Yep, that's fine. And they scoop it up. Oh, it feels good to beat mono red. Sorry, I should have got that excited. I didn't mean to be biased, but I just don't like mono red, you know? Welcome back to another video today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. It means the world. Thank you so much. Today's video, we have a Selesnya token deck. This deck is a powerhouse, to say the least, and we didn't even actually get a chance to use all the cards in the deck today, but we actually ran through Diamond pretty easily with this deck. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one because it's a doozy. But before we get started on that and talk about the deck and get into the gameplay and all that jazz, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so because we are on the road to 1,000. That's the goal. That's the dream, guys. 1,000 subscribers, and only you can get me there and this channel there. So if you don't mind hitting that red button, it means the world to me. Also, there are some links in the description to like the Twitter, Instagram, things like that. And then we also go live on Twitch every single Wednesday. So if you want to give that a follow as well. All right, now that I've rambled on all that information to you, let's go ahead and talk about the deck. All right, so the deck kicks off with a brand new 4 of from Zendikar Rising. This card is the Swarm Shambler. This is our only 1-drop creature, but it's a really good one. So basically how this card works is you play this card, it's a 0/0, but it gets a +1/1 counter on it the moment it enters the battlefield, and it can continuously generate 1/1 counters with just 1 mana and tapping the creature itself. So this card's very good in its own right there, but also if it gets targeted by any spell or ability as well as any other creature with a token on it, then you get to generate a insect token, a 1/1 creature. So if you play this, it gets shocked immediately. Well, guess what? You have another 1/1 creature. It didn't really go anywhere, and you can start building on that new creature some 1/1 tokens, because you're going to notice this deck's theme is 1/1 tokens. So it's going to have a way of stacking every single one of your creatures with +1/+1 over and over and over again to generate this value on these small creatures and get them really big really quick, and our opponent's not going to have the means to deal with them. So that's the goal of the deck. So that's why we kick it off with 4 Shamblers. And then up next, our next card here is Primal Might. We have 3 of these. This card is a great removal card because it also synergizes super well with the deck. It gives +XX until the end of turn, and then it fights up to 1 creature you don't control. So it fights, it gets bigger. So if you clear the path by fighting the creature, your creature still keeps those ++ tokens just until the end of the turn, but it usually makes your creature pretty big and can end the game quickly with this. So Primal Might's a really good one. There's another card too that came out in Zendikar that I want to show you at the end of the video when we talk about the changes in the deck, and we can go over that. It's a really good replacement for this if you guys want to try out a new card. But up next we have Fledgling, 4 of. This card is sweet because this card right here is only a little 1/1 for a 2-drop, but what makes it so great is that it has a landfall ability of +1/1. So what that means is every time you play a land, this little guy gets a 1/1 counter on it, and it also gains flying. Keep in mind, it's not flying at all times. It's only flying during your turn after you hit a landfall. So very good though. This card can get out of hand pretty quick. And then we have Kabira Takedown. This card is a land. For the most part, we use it for the land. But if you're ever in a situation, we actually got to use this card today in the video to use the takedown. It's very good removal spell because you can actually deal damage equal to the number of creatures you have to a target creature. So really good removal spell, instant speed. Can't ask for much more. Up next we have the Aspirant. So the Aspirant's really cool because it's a 2-drop, but also it gets a 1/1 counter the moment it enters I'm sorry, not the moment it enters the battlefield, the moment it enters the attack step. You get a 1/1 counter that you can put on any creature, including its own self. This card is sweet because it reoccurs every single attack step, and it's a non-stop generator of 1/1 tokens, and that for our deck synergizes amazingly. And then we have 4 Heroic Interventions. I wasn't sure about this card, but this card actually turned out to be a banger of a card for the deck because this card has come in clutch so many different times for so many different reasons. Anytime our opponent's running heavy creatures themselves, this is a great card to hold up and ambush. You basically present yourself as you're weak, Your opponent attacks in, they think your blockers are going to get trampled. You drop an intervention, you pick off a couple of them, and now you're right back on top of the game. So this card right here is super, super good. It's also really good against any sort of removal spells that you don't want them playing against your creatures. You'll see in the gameplay footage, we got a pretty good intervention off early on one of our games. But this is a very, very good card, M21, 4 of. So that leads us to our Mentor. This is the card that the deck was built around. This is the engine piece of the deck. So this is why Selesnya tokens are so good, is because of the Mentor. The Mentor allows you to get those 1/1 counters, but also anytime you get a 1/1 counter, it puts an additional 1/1 counter on it. So every time your Fledgling triggers for landfall for a 1/1, you're actually getting 2/2. So you can see how this can get out of hand very quickly. We drop a Fledgling, and then we follow it up with a Fabled Passage. You crack that Fabled Passage, you get another land. The Fledgling becomes a 5/5, literally by turn 3. This card can get out of hand with this card very, very quickly. Which leads us into our next card, Cultivate. 3 of. Cultivate is here basically to trigger our Fledgling, but also ramp us up into our bigger spells like our Lieutenant. So 3 of Cultivates. This is by no means a ramp deck. It just helps synergize a little bit and helps us mana fix when we have any sort of mana problem. So very good card, Cultivate. 3 of, don't really need 4. It worked out really, really well in the deck. So, and then we have the Ambush. So the Ambush is sweet because it has a tied in land effect, just like the Takedown. And it also is tied in with another instant spell removal. Target creature fights another target creature you don't control. So it's basically another Primal Might, but it's free because it can also be used as a land if you're short on lands. Then we have the Ooze. The Ooze is a 3 of. We could run 4 of these, but I think the Ooze being a 3 cost creature makes things a little tough because we want to try to get out of the gates fast and hammer our opponents as quickly as possible. So the Ooze is a little bit slower, just like the Lieutenant is, but it's really good once you get it to resolve on the battlefield, because not only does it drop a 1/1 counter the moment it hits the field on any of your creatures, including itself, every time the Ooze attacks, whenever another creature is attacking with it, you can put 1/1 counters on those creatures. So this, if it's attacking with like the Fledgling out on turn 3 or turn 4, I'm sorry, if we're attacking with the Ooze and the Fledgling and there's a Mentor out as well, it's just going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, like triggers everywhere. So the synergy is all there. And again, if we have everything on the field, if you think about it, if we have the Shambler, the Fledgling, the Aspirant, the Conclave, and then the Ooze, the triggers are going to be insane. It's just going to be constant counters because everything's going to be essentially doubled with the Mentor. So the Ooze is just another one of those cards that synergizes super, super well with the deck. Then we have Basri's Lieutenant. We're going to have 3 of these as well. This one's a no-brainer in any sort of token deck because it has protection for multicolored, which is really sweet. You're going to see we went up against a Dimir Rogue deck and the Trickster came out and we were just absolutely destroying them because they could not do anything about the Lieutenant on the field. It has protection from Drown on the Lock. This card is so good right now in the meta. It also has Vigilance, so you can continuously attack with it. It also puts a 1/1 counter the moment it hits the field. And anytime with a creature with a 1/1 counter on it dies, which is any of our creatures, we get a 2/2 Knight with Vigilance. So pretty broken card when you talk about the synergy with the deck. And then we have 3 Great Henges. This card is the first time I've actually played with this card. I've been played against it a million times, but I've never actually crafted and used it myself. But I figured this was the perfect place for it because anytime a creature comes into the battlefield, you put a 1/1 counter on it and you draw a card. So this will help keep the engine going. We didn't actually get to see a whole lot of play with this early on in the gameplay footage. But there's definitely a place for this because our creatures like the Fledgling get up to turn 3, get up to a 5/5, and so this card becomes basically a 4-drop, and then everything just kind of spirals out of control and our opponent cannot deal with that kind of pressure. So the Great Henge, top tier. It's absolutely got a place here in the deck. And then we go to our lands. We have 7 plains, 6 forest, 4 Fabled Passage to trigger our Fledgling even more, and all of our pathways. So that right there's the deck. We're right on time, that 8-9 minute mark. So we're going to go ahead and get in some gameplay footage for you guys now. And then after the gameplay footage, we'll come back here, break it down, talk about maybe some things that we would change and what we liked and didn't like about the deck. So we will see you then. Enjoy, guys. The gameplay is fun. Peace. All right, here we go. A little bit of Magic the Gathering tonight. It's pretty late here, and I thought I'd try to get this video out, you know, by tomorrow. So better late than never, you know. Trying to get you guys a video every day this weekend at least, and then tomorrow's Monday, so you know we got to get a video out on Monday. All right, we get to go first. I love the hand because we got a 1-2 play. Cultivate for our triggers for the Fledgling. Gotta love to see it. Love to see it. All right, what do we got here? This is a really good hand, man. This is a pretty cool new card. I need to make sure I play this correctly. This is be the first time of me playing this deck. I put it together kind of nonchalantly. I'm expecting it to do pretty well though. Swarm Shambler enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with the 1/1 counter on it becomes target of a spell, I create an insect. So that's kind of cool. And then I can just keep generating counters on it as well. So that's pretty cool. So if they want to kill it, I get another little 1/1, which is nice. Basically anything they want to kill on my in my deck gets that, so that's kind of nice. I think we drop this first because this is no good to me at the moment because we can't put a land on it. Let's go ahead and get a counter on it, so that way if it does get targeted, we get that 1/1 as well. I think that's the proper order because if we play this, there's no trigger to it and it could just die, which would not be good. Wow, we missed a land drop. How unfortunate. I guess we just hold up the intervention at the moment. It's the only thing we can do. And because our permanents get hexproof and indestructible, they can still be targeted here. So yeah, we get our trigger, which is nice. I'm gonna play it now, that way they lose their Brazen Borrower. Go straight to the graveyard and all of our creatures are protected. I like this. I like this a lot. There we go. Oh, and I misplayed like a dodo. I was supposed to play the Fledgling and then drop the land. That's my bad. I was just rushing there. That was pretty silly. We lose out on a 1/1 counter there, which is too bad. Could have gave that counter to the insect. That way the insect could have triggered another insect if it died. Feels bad, man. Opponent's on some Simic Adventure type stuff, I think, so. All right, we could cultivate here to get more triggers for the Fledgling, but I think this is actually more important. It won't be able to attack right away, so let's just go ahead and swing in, give this a token. So close to lethal. We should have played this. We would have won. Whoops. But I have a feeling they're on some kind of answer, of course. Yeah, I figured they were on an answer, so we wouldn't have won either way, so that's fine. I didn't really quite do the math on the lethal there, but we had lethal there, so I should have played it prior, but I had a feeling we were going to get countered or something. All right, well, that's the game, so GG's. They will get the block and gain 3 life, but that's not enough to save them here. We're way too wide at this point. Easy peasy. All right, I like that. Let's go. We had a really good start there. So let's see how we fare with a little more adversity. You know what I'm saying? Man, that went really well. I'm excited to see how good this deck actually can be. We didn't get a chance to play our Henge there, but that would have been pretty sweet if we could have got one of those out. Then I think the game would just totally get away from our opponent. I like heroic and intervention in this as well. I think that really won us the game, really. Okay, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. We can play the Mentor first. Wait, how should we play this? Should we play the Fledgling, then Mentor following turn, then a land? I think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go. Dang, that's gonna be a big Fledgling too because we're gonna get double trigger lands. Oof. That's gonna be sweet. And then the Henge will be really cheap. Wow, we might be able to get out the henge really fast here. Opponent's already ramping though, pretty fast. Straight gold Gary. Alright, so first we drop the Mentor. Then we drop the Passage. Then we crack it. So that's 2 tokens. That's another 2 tokens. Hitting for 5. Wow. That was that was pretty big. I don't know what that noise was that just came out of my throat, but it works. I am actually super unfamiliar with the henge. I actually just crafted it. I've never actually played mono green with the henge before. So I'm interested to what is this? Add mana, so it's power toughness equal to number of lands. Okay. Interesting. Let's play this. Let's play the henge. So can it trigger right away for 2? I think, yeah, it can. Interesting. Oh, we could have played, oh no, we couldn't have played that, could we? I kind of like leaving the heroic intervention open, to be honest. Wait, will it actually be, yeah, we could, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think to myself right now. I'm gonna leave the intervention open because we have 4 mana, so yeah, we're gonna leave that open and just win the game here. Because if we could protect our creatures here, we go in again for another at least 8 or 9 flying next turn, we win the game. So wow, this is super aggressive. I really like the way this is playing out. If you guys are wondering like, wow, why is he like excited about this, like he didn't know it was going to happen, it's because I build these decks so fast. I'm like trying to like turn these decks out, and this is like the first time I'm actually playing with it. It's something I thought about for a long time, and I've seen variations of course of Selesnya tokens, but I'm like, man, I feel like I can make that deck really, really good, and when it works out, it's just such a nice feeling. I didn't even read that card. What did that just do? Oh, they were trying to kill this. I should it doesn't even have flying until it triggers its landfall, but that's still bad that I didn't read that. I was talking to you guys and I was just like, oh, resolve, without even realizing I should have played my heroic intervention. But regardless, my creature didn't have flying because the flying actually only activates when we have landfall. So big yikes. Misplay on both of our parts. Let's go. I totally forgot I had a water here. GG's. All right, what do we got here? This is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. We go first too, so I can't pass on that. Cannot pass on that. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Monday. Thank you guys so much for the support on the videos lately. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been going really well. Zendikar Rising hit, and I wanted to make sure I, pumped out as many videos as possible for you guys, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. We're trying very, very hard at the moment to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my ultimate dream and goal, to really solidify calling myself a YouTuber. So if you could, don't forget to subscribe. That'd be really, really helpful. I thank you guys. All right, what do we play first here? What's the right move here? Do we go here or do we go here first? I think we go here first, because we get the 1 token, and then when the Mentor comes out next turn, he'll get 2 tokens, and then we can swing in. It'll be at its full value. I actually think we should Primal Might next turn, because this is actually going to get Death Touch, which is a big problem, like a really big problem. So I think we play the Mentor, and then we Primal Might for nothing. Yeah, I think that's the play. Let's go in for our attack first. See if they block. We can get a free block here. That would be sweet. Okay, they don't block. That's fine. Pay 0. I really, really can't have you milling me that much more, and I really can't have you getting Death Touch. That card becomes a problem fast, so we can't have that. It's also nice if you start growing your own mentor too, because I don't know if you guys know this about this card. When it dies, you actually gain life equal to its power. So if you really pump this up a lot and then it dies, you gain a lot of health, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and ooze here. I think I want to do this for now. They're definitely going to target the mentor if I attack. So I'd rather them target the aspirant. Yeah. I'd rather lose this because we have another one. So let's let them block. It's fine. I know there's nothing we could do about it. We're not going to be able to deal with their death touchers any other way than just biting the bullet. We have to just make sure we keep the ones we really want on the battlefield alive. Which is basically our mentor. That's the #1 thing we want to keep alive. Because it's the engine of the deck if we can keep it on the field. Because getting 2 tokens as opposed to 1 can really turn a game into something great. For a split second, I forgot that was a flyer. I was like, what are they doing? Oh no, they got the trickster. They got the trickster. Oh, how unfortunate was that? That card is so good, man. It's so busted. They always get value out of that card. So busted. They take the ooze though. I'm actually okay with that. So if we cultivate here, I can actually play the cultivate and aspirant. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put that on the ooze because if we swing in with both the ooze and the mentor, we get double triggers. It's a lot of damage. Now the aspirant's not important anymore because we already got the token on the ooze. Like I said, so now the ooze, when it attacks, is going to continue generating tokens. So we can actually block with the aspirant, and we're going to be okay. Okay, they drowned in the lock. That's fine. They should have taken the aspirant because they could have gotten another trickster trigger. Okay, we gained 6 here. Not great. Not great. I can't lie. Definitely not great. I can't let this land, or otherwise they get another creature. So, all right. Well, they had a lot more removal than I thought, so it's not looking good. This is protection from multicolored though, so I can actually block all day with this, which is awesome. I can actually block all day, and it drown in the lock can't actually kill it, and we're out of range for an elimination. Okay, actually this card might actually save the day here. Holy cow, I didn't even realize how good this was actually going to be. Very nice. We're shutting down the trickster for sure. Hopefully we can pull something big here, like a, I don't know, like a Great Henge maybe. It's really nice because it has a vigilance. they just realized. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say thank you. That's funny. They just realized how good that actually is. It's out of the range though of everything that they have. You know, it'd be really funny is that they tried to drown in the lock on me. That'd be hilarious. That's a little bit of a problem. That's really, really good. I have vigilance, but the enforcer, we'd be trading with the enforcer, which I really don't want. I'd rather double block here on the trickster. That would be great. I'd be interested to see how they handle this. Will they even swing in with the trickster now? Wow, that seems like a really odd thing to do. Wow, that's super weird. Okay. I think we need to put the pressure on, really. I really do. Do we swing? This is tricky. We swing in with both, right? They double block, or they block one with the trickster, one with the enforcer. The enforcer kills my lieutenant. I still have a good blocker. But yeah, there's no point. We're just throwing, yeah, there's no point. There's more of a shot of them attacking with the trickster and us being able to double block than there is us getting through any sort of damage right now. This is a tricky one. This is a very, very tricky one. We're just gonna hold this up. You never know. We might even draw a fledgling. This could be pretty good. Okay. They can have it. Alright, that was 2 good mill cards. I don't need any more land, so cultivating a land, you can have that all day. We're at a bit of a stalemate here. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Let's just end our turn. We'll tap the Shambler on the end step of their turn. We might need it to block here. Skipping a tap step, I'm sure. We're just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger, so I'm more than happy for this standoff here. Eventually, we're gonna be big enough to just mow through. Now we get 2 tokens every trigger with the Mentor, which is a beautiful thing. They're highlighting our cards. They have some sort of removal spell. That's not good. There goes our Mentor. There we go. Double triggers on the lieutenant. Who knows? We might actually be able to go wide enough here now. They might have made a mistake there killing that. We just got a 3-for-1 creatures. Alright, maybe we should play the Cultivate just to thin out the deck. I'm starting to think that's what we should probably do here because this is kind of silly. Do we swing all? That's the question. Swing all. I still don't think it's the time for that yet. Yeah, I still don't think it's the time for that. Our only fear of our opponent like killing us is with Drown in the Lock, which is useless against our lieutenants, which is great. And then Eliminates, which wouldn't be great because they could kill the Mentor, but that's huge. That's actually very huge. Oh, baby. Let's get it. Ready? Check this out. That was so big, guys. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. Weird. That's so weird. Wow. Oh, that is such a smart play. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage getting through. I might just let this be. Yeah, I think I'm going to let this be. We'll hit him with the intervention next turn. That is a weird line they took, but they definitely played around me having the heroic intervention. That was very smart on their part, but either way, now we can go wide enough and win the game. So they should have blocked in the way they had to like block thinking maybe he doesn't have it. It's the only shot they had of winning there. They should have done it, but it was smart of them not to because they knew I had it, but I don't know. If I'm rambling and I'm not making sense to you guys, it makes sense in my head. I get what they did there, but it was pretty savage, but either way, that was the wrong move. Because right here we win. 2 damage just getting through. They don't have any life linkers. GG's. I wonder if we could have ended the game sooner, but I don't think we could have. I think we did the right thing by playing this one slow. I think we had the advantage in the top decking game. There wasn't a whole lot they could have done. GG's. That was a long one though, 12 minutes. Holy cow. I like it though. Let's go. All right, for everyone who's watching and loves Selesnya, I definitely think you should give this a shot for best of 1. This is really fun, and it's really good. It's a lot more aggro than I thought it would be, though. It's killing our opponents pretty quickly, aside from the last game. But I like it. I like it. We'll keep it. It's not the best hand, I can't lie, but it's good enough. Good enough to get the job done. Kind of like Cultivate here. We need some more land, so hopefully we can top deck at least 1 more land, though. That'd be nice. Hey, man, I cracked my passage first. What are you doing? You can wait your turn. Hey, we both got forests. You're not playing the same deck I am, are you? I was like, there's probably no way of that even happening, to be honest. All right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, we really got to draw land now, otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. Oh no, that's pretty aggressive. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh boy. Oh boy. We get double mentor though. That's kind of cool. But if we don't find a land, we're really gonna be in a bad place here. Wow, there's a stomp. I think we just lose this one. We didn't find a land. Yep, I think we scoop here, gentlemen and ladies and everyone watching. I think this is a scoop. Super sad day because we had a pretty sweet layout here. These oozes would have came in and triggered for you know, what is it, 1 2 3, it would have triggered for 3 tokens per, but now we get stomped out. We get stomped the yarded. That Harbinger, man, it's nothing to. Oh boy, yeah, that's a wrap. I'm just gonna concede here. I don't like doing this, especially this early in the game. But there, let's be real. There's no coming back from that. That's rough. That's rough. Let's forget that one. Let's wash that one out. All right, remember what I said. That last game is forgotten. All right, we're no longer thinking about that right now. Man, I keep looking over here and seeing these cards. I got these cards for my birthday. It was my birthday this weekend, or this last week on Wednesday. And it's gonna sound silly, but I'm a huge Naruto fan. There's actually a Sasuke behind me right there. This big poster. It's really cool. It's like a painting. But anyways, I really love Naruto. I told my wife I really wanted to get some Naruto trading cards that I saw somebody opening on YouTube. And she actually got them for me. These cards are so cool. Little trading cards. Man, these are sweet. Some of the holographics are really well done too. Like I drew the I pulled this out of the box. I pulled this Itachi gold card. It was so sweet. Wait, did we have the Shambler that whole time? I had to have had the Shambler the whole time. What the hell was I thinking on the last turn? Apparently I wasn't thinking. I guess we play the Shambler now. What was I doing? Did I really have that? I gotta watch the replay on that. That's embarrassing. I don't remember seeing that. That's funny. Let me guess. Shock? Stomp? Something? Stop highlighting my card. That'd be nice. Cool. Let me guess. You're gonna turn my insect into a coward? No? Okay. You're just gonna give it +1/1. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's one way to do it. We're gonna do this. That way my fledgling gets big enough to actually protect itself. Boom. Now we're out of range of a shock. But these eruptions, what do these do? Royal eruption does 3 damage to any target. Ugh, that's so OP. Hopefully they don't have another eruption. That would not be good. If they do have a shock too, that's also not good because they could just run the Fervent Champion into it. That'd be kind of annoying. All right, nice. We are good to go. Let's see. What do we want to play here? Maybe both the Ooze and the Shambler? Yeah, let's do that. Let's play both of them. Whoa, wrong card. I must be going blind in my old age. Holy cow. Like I said, it was just my birthday and I turned 28, so who knows? I might be actually blind. Do I want to block with this? Probably want to block with it, huh? No, actually I don't. I actually want to put a little bit of heat on them, and then we'll block when we have the intervention available. I think that's the way to go. We have 2 removal spells too, which is awesome. All right, so we have options. I like options. Ugh, it's so annoying with the shocks and the stomps and all that BS. Quit it. Quit it. All right. All right. They went out of their way to make this a coward, and then they went ahead and didn't even attack. All right, I'm fine with that. Yeah, they said oops. Yeah, I see the error in your ways too. Sorry. All right, so how should we do this? We have 2 damage we can deal to something. I think we hit the Intimidator. And then we hold up the ambush, or we can actually just do this now. No, I'd rather do the do we? Power of 4, so they're only gonna get 1 token for that, and I think I'm okay with that. As long as haste. Okay, we're gonna kill this. And then when they swing in on this next attack, we're going to intervention block. That's the way to go. I think we're starting to take pull ahead here. I really think we're doing okay now. This only gives 1. Oh, it doesn't actually give toughness, so we'll be able to kill the annex here. What does this thing do on it? Cheddar creatures 2/2 attacks each combat. Okay, that's not bad. So we're gonna kill you, and we're gonna kill you, and then we're gonna drop an intervention. Yep, that's fine. And they scoop it up. Oh, it feels good to beat mono red. Sorry, I should have got that excited. I didn't mean to be biased, but I just don't like mono red, you know? All right, looks like we got time for one more decently long game. We'll see how this goes. Should fit perfectly into the video. We'll see. Aspirant into a lieutenant kind of late. We go first, so I mean, I guess we can keep it. The takedown came in effect on us last game, so maybe we just do this and say go, and then we'll probably end up playing the pathway as a plains. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do here. Oh man, is this mono red again? Tell me it's not so. Oh boy. Okay, as long as it's not a shock or a stomp, I'm cool. I think I'm gonna leave the fledgling out of this at the moment. I think I want to hold up. No, actually, I don't think I need an intervention anymore because this is gonna be big enough to be out of the range of things. So yeah, we're gonna do this and drop this in. And I think this is more important to get a little bit bigger. No attacks. I think blocking prioritized is the key here. We can cultivate next turn. Hopefully we draw into a land though. That'd be nice. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, either way. Yeah, I'd rather draw into a land though. That way we can keep up an I don't know. We can keep up an intervention either way. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. We'll see. I want to keep up an intervention ideally just for blocking purposes, or like an ambush attack or something. But that cultivate's looking real juicy. Opponent's really thinking about this here. What do we got here? Ooh, is this that new Cavalcade? It is that souped up Cavalcade. Oh, that's kind of stinky. Okay, well, what about if we cultivate and then Shambler? Could do that, but then we'd be susceptible to any sort of shock. But I don't think they're running too much shock, so we're gonna gamble here. Let's gamble here. Coming in low. I want to attack with a low creature because I want them to actually have the opportunity to block, because I'm more than happy to make that trade. But you know they're not going to, so it's only worth a shot. I'm excited, guys. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll get this video out for you probably later midday. I think I'm going skateboarding around 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's still going to be hot as hell out tomorrow in Arizona. It's going to be 102 as a high tomorrow, but that's definitely a cooler day this week than most, so I'm going to take advantage of the morning and get some skate on. Drop this, leave it open 2 interventions. Everything is pretty much out of range, so I'm just going to put the pressure on. We're ahead right now on the damage total, so let's keep it up. We're going to also be able to keep ticking up like counters and getting even bigger. They're gonna have to block next turn. It's plain and simple. They're gonna have to block. This could become a big problem, but it has double strike and stuff. I'll block with the Mentor. I don't really care. I'm cool with that if that's what they want to try to do. That's a lot of triggers. That's not gonna help me. I thought maybe that would help me. That'd be kind of cool. Doesn't get trampled though, so we're okay. All right, we're gonna just resolve all here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're fine. I probably should have done the math prior to that, but we're fine. They probably should have done the math prior to that, actually, not me. Oh boy. Okay, no worries. We win. GG's. All right, that was a fantastic showing. Honestly, this deck is outperformed by a long shot. So we only had 1 loss there, and it was because we got mana screwed. So we'll take it all day long. Let's go ahead and break it down, talk about the deck a little bit. Maybe some things will change, and we'll get you guys out of here. Thanks for watching. All right, that is the gameplay footage for you guys. Thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. You guys are the real ones. You guys are so special to me. I can't honestly think of sitting through my own videos for an hour. That's insane to me. So thank you so much for doing that and supporting the channel as much as you have. If you're this far though in the video and you haven't subscribed, I highly consider doing that, because again, you'll be notified for all our future videos, which we're going to keep pumping out for a long time to come. So please do so, because we're on our road to 1,000. But anyways, let's talk about the deck a little bit, guys. This deck performed amazingly. This was a really good showing for the deck. And again, I don't know if I would change too much about this deck, but there is one card. I think it's abundance. Yes. Okay. This card right here is a new Zendikar card that I think has a place in the deck as well, because it has it's only a 2-drop, and you can put up to 2 1/1 counters on one creature, which is great. It synergizes amazingly. But if you actually kick this card for 5 mana late game, you can put those 1/1 counters on, you can fight a target creature, and you can gain life off of your creature's power. So this card being kicked would be no joke. And you can also choose to fight another creature too as well, which could take the place, like I said, of Primal Might. But you wouldn't get that bonus power for that turn to try to swing in and end the game. That's the only reason I don't have it in here, but you never know. Maybe if you turn these cards into actual lands and then drop a couple of these in, it could have a place as well. But then the deck, I don't know. It's just, there was really nowhere to squeeze it in. I really wanted to make it work, but I just couldn't. Maybe even Cultivate we could take out and drop 3 of these in. But sometimes there's been times where we've really needed the Cultivates. So you guys let me know. Like I said, anytime we talk about a deck at the end, I always urge you guys, if you don't mind, commenting down below on how the deck played for you, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, if there's anything that you would change to it, if you have a better version. I'd love to hear all the comments down below, so be sure to do that if you have any suggestions. So that's it though, guys. I really enjoyed playing this deck. Like I said, it's really easy to win with. I hope you find some success with it, and that's it for our video today, and I will see you guys probably not until Wednesday, so see you then. Peace.